Hello, I'm Andrew West, and it's time for sports. 5 minutes into the first quarter. Mateer looks at Isaiah Satania, but hits his hand. That is a great movie, Hallie, but I'll do you one even better. Pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever. Shane Falco said it best in The Replacements. Yeah, Cam, this is only the second time ever OU has taken the trip to Knoxville. It's Halloween today. And cute little celebration, but hey, the Owls are unbeaten for a reason, and a big reason is this guy right here. Quarterback Trace Laura throws a deep one to Braden Craig to extend the lead again. We got fans all over the place, students walking to class. I even talked to a Michigan fan earlier from Toronto. If you're not familiar with Toronto, it's in Canada. I'm Andrew West here at SEC Media Days in Atlanta, just chilling with Smokey number 9's threads. Whether it was throwing the ball all over the place, playing physical defense, or according to Brent Venables, maybe it was just a couple of misfits thrown together that worked so well. Big games like these are pivotal for job security. Welcome back to Airing It Out with Andrew. This week, I'm taking y'all down I-44 to my alma mater in the shady 580. Sorry, my ears are still ringing. The building may say the Paycom Center, but the Thunder fans had it sounding like the Chesapeake in Oklahoma City's 125-93 win. KU reporter Hunter Cornejo has more on the Sooner that's got to win a thumb war before he gets that chance. Hunter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, Garrett Nussmeier did plenty to put OU down last season. Sooner fans better hope the Nuss bus doesn't unlock its inner Joe Burrow. In the middle of a 51-year national championship drought, OU wrestling is fighting to add another one to the trophy case. The easiest way to do that? Go get a guy like the world's strongest man. Or in Oklahoma's case, you go get his son. Jacob Henry was born with wrestling in his DNA. After all, he's the son of WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, and while that may be good for publicity, to Jacob, he's a whole lot more than that.
When I was little, I admired him and I respected him and I wanted to be like him, but he told me I have to carve my own path. You got to be independent. You don't want to be known as Mark Henry's son, and that's kind of my motivation in my everyday life and everything I do.
While Jacob looks to build his own brand, he still wants to follow in his father's footsteps, which means someday winning the same World Heavyweight Championship his dad brought home when he was a kid.
My dad brought that championship title home, and I got to hold it. You know, it was too big to actually even fit in my hands. If I was able to bring the championship home and let him hold it, and it's my championship, I don't even think words could describe how that would feel.
While his future plans point towards the WWE, his heart and his priorities currently reside in Norman.
I don't think I've ever been so drawn to a place in my life. When Oklahoma played Temple this year and getting to watch those guys run out of the tunnel and hearing the Boomer Center chant, it brought tears to my eyes because, you know, you really get to see how special this university is.
Watching from the stands wasn't good enough for Jacob as he announced his return to the field next fall, all thanks to a call he'd been waiting for.
I miss football for sure. I could say that openly and out loud. You know, if Venables wants to give me a call, if Coach Bates or Coach Benenbaugh or whoever, if they want to give me a call, I'm more than willing to put the pads back on.
And while he gets hyped up for other programs, Jacob has one goal while suiting up in the Crimson and Cream, achieving something that hasn't been done in half a century.
Winning a national championship, I can't even imagine. You know, that would be insane. I'd be so happy. To think to win a national championship, I can't even imagine the emotions, but you know, that's what this team is working towards, and we believe in that.
At the end of the day, Jacob Henry, just like his dad, was born to be a champion. Reporting from McCaslin Fieldhouse, Andrew West, OU Nightly. Hello, I'm Andrew West, and it's time for sports. Big news coming out of the OU men's basketball program today, but who am I to tell you that? I'll let the man himself share the big news.
I'm excited to announce that I'm accepting a role with OU basketball and being an assistant GM, as well as making $1 million donation to help kickstart this whole thing.
Wow.
And, so it's exciting to be a part of this, and being from Norman and playing there, obviously.
OU women's basketball took on UConn in the Sweet 16 Saturday, and despite the Sooners starting the game off up 8-0, the tables turned quick. The Huskies' own Paige Beckers dropped a new career high at 40 points, turning the Sooners' Sweet 16 sour 82-59.
Whoever was surprised through social media, whatever, people were like, oh, why'd she go there? Why'd she go here? My family, the core of my family, were like, oh yeah, you're going to love it there. And I know you're going to love it there. My high school coach has poured into me all year, texting me every single day, I think, for the past 2 weeks. I mean, to have that is such a blessing.
OU softball welcomed in 10th-ranked Tennessee for a 3-game series where the Sooners dropped Game 1 5-2 before bouncing back and taking Game 2 4-1. But the shocker comes in Game 3 where OU falls 5-3, losing their first series since May of last year.
But I did want our players to see the reaction that they had after they beat us. It was like they just won a national championship. And that means something to the history and the story of Oklahoma softball. But at the same time, I'm caring more about how we respond back tomorrow.
Maybe the boys on the diamond did a little better as they took a trip to Tuscaloosa to take on the Crimson Tide. Game 1 went Bama's way 8-6, but the Sooners grabbed Game 2 6-5, leaving it all to Game 3 for a successful weekend, but the Sooners would fall short again, losing 8-6. OU women's gymnastics is here to wipe those crimson tears, though. 5 Sooners combined for 14 regular season All-American honors from the Women's Collegiate Gymnastics Association, including Jordan Bowers, Audrey Davis, Faith Torres, Kira Wells, and Lily Peterson. How about some Sooners in the NBA? I'm talking about the man on the Lakers, Austin Reeves, who put up 31 points in the Lakers' win against the Grizzlies on Saturday, while Buddy Hield scored 19 points in just 25 minutes in the Warriors' win against the Spurs. Spencer Colson